Dudes and dudettes, how are you guys? This is Chazzy and welcome back to Chazzy's Top 10, the segment on this channel where I give you guys random top 10 lists on random topics, randomly all across the pop culture terrain. It's been a while since I've done one of these. I think my last top 10 was 6 months ago, and it's not because of a lack of ideas, it's because I just can't seem to fit them, in my programming since then. But today it's all going to change, and this is going to be a hybrid video of sorts. It's going to be a top 10 but also a concept vlog at the same time, which is a term that I coined on my channel where I just come here and talk to you guys with very little, if any, editing, because normally these top 10s are very well edited, a lot of, photos and videos and text, a lot of research. But today I'm going to take it easy, and give you a very interesting personal video, which is what I consider to be the top 10 worst things on YouTube from the perspective of both a content creator and a content consumer, because I have been recording videos for YouTube for about 8 years or so, and I've also frequently and still do today very regularly consume content, both for my own personal entertainment and also to get inspiration from my own videos. So it's really interesting, the things that I've seen over the years. Some have gotten better, but others have gotten so much worse, and that's what I'm going to be covering today. So my top 10s are inverted. Normally people count down, the 10th all the way to the 1st, but I do the opposite. I go from the 1st all the way down to the 10th. It just makes it a little easier that way. So starting off with the thing that I consider to be the absolute worst on YouTube today and social media in general, cancel culture. I hate the idea that YouTube has become a place where you have to be extra careful with what you say, lest you offend the Gen Z maniacs who get offended, over everything. This generation seems so overly sensitive and butthurt that you pretty much can't say anything without offending somebody, and sometimes the person isn't even personally offended. They just happen to advocate what you're talking about, and they'll go against you just, by association, so they'll try to cancel people. I don't think we can cancel human beings. We can cancel events, reservations, parties or whatever, but you can't just cancel a person, That verb doesn't apply to people. It doesn't make any sense, Shane Dawson is a good example. People took him apart a few years ago because of some random stuff that he did like 10-15 years before, and he got canceled. YouTube took away his monetization, but then later he got uncanceled, I guess. He started making content again. Don't really know how that works, but still, I'm not here to judge or anything. I just think it's dumb how people are just so quick to cancel everybody, especially on YouTube. Depending on what you say in the video or what you put in the title or the description or even the thumbnail, you might get into trouble with the algorithm. The algorithm seems to work against creators in some instances. You might say something that you don't think is offensive, but then it turns out to be, so it's just very aggravating how that works, man. It is insane, and I hate it so much. Gotta be walking on eggshells, making videos like this one, for example. A long time ago, YouTube used to be a place of unlimited, boundless creation. You could do what you wanted, say what you wanted, nobody would get offended, and you wouldn't get your channel flagged or taken down, And you know what else we didn't have back then? Multiple unskippable ads. Y'all gotta chill with this, man. YouTube has gotten way too comfortable with these ads recently. I understand that it's how creators make money and the platform itself gets more, how can I say, advertisement or whatever, the AdSense. That's cool, that's fine. That's how I would like to make money on here, but it's really annoying when there are too many ads and you can't skip them. Usually you can skip after 5 seconds, but then when there's a bunch of them, like when there's 2 back to back that you can't skip and you have to spend 15 to 20 or even 30 seconds watching them, it gets annoying as hell. I'm aware that there's YouTube Premium, which, you can pay for. Like, it's kind of like you can use YouTube with other perks, like you don't have any ads and you can download videos to watch offline, among other things, I used to have it. I signed up for it back when I wanted to watch Cobra Kai, and I admit there are some very interesting, advantages to not having ads, but I don't think it's worth it anymore. I shouldn't have to pay to not have ads on a platform, There's nothing wrong with them, but when there's multiple of them, they bunch together and you can't skip them, it actually makes me click away from the video, There are times when I open up a video, there's an ad at the beginning that's way too long, and I have to keep closing and opening it again, and eventually I just give up and go watch something else, It's really freaking annoying. I get it. I understand why it happens. I just think that the way that it's being done is really aggravating, Like, it makes me want to consume the platform less, When there are too many ads in the video, I usually just turn it off and go watch Netflix or something, because there are no ads there, at least not yet. It's pretty aggravating, but it also, you know, it grinds my gears in almost the same way as people who post spoilers. You know, when God, I hate people who do spoilers so much, man. You know, if you're commenting spoilers in YouTube videos, you are an a-hole and you gotta go straight to hell for what you're doing, man. That is a crime punishable by going to the seventh circle of hell, man. You freaking blowtorch, you crotch bucket, you piece of cow manure. Can't really cuss on YouTube anymore the way that I want to, so I just gotta chill, you know? God, man, you know, I really hate it when I'm not, because when I watch YouTube videos on my phone or tablet, I like to go through the comments and see what people are saying, but the problem is that they really love to post spoilers about movies, TV shows, and games, and usually without warning. There are some people who are like, okay, spoiler alert, be careful, and then you have to, you know, sort of navigate through their comment, go to the next one, but there are people who just don't give a crap, you know? They just go ahead and post something that will spoil the experience for somebody, you know, especially when I'm watching horror short films that I do a lot on YouTube. You know, sometimes I'll go through the comments just to see what's up, you know, what people thought about it, and there are so many spoilers, you know. It's like people are incapable of saying what they thought about something without ruining the experience for other people, you know? There are those who do it intentionally, you know, and some unintentionally, but still, if you're out there commenting spoilers in YouTube videos, you really, really freaking suck, man, and I hate you so much. That's why you're so high up on this list. You are the bane of the existence of people who use freaking YouTube. I just want to make something clear. I have nothing against people who, you know, talk about movies and games and shows on their channel. They make videos with spoilers. That's different. You can still click away and save yourself. But people who go in the comment section and share spoilers, you really suck, man, you know? If you ruin the experience for somebody else, you're a douche and nobody likes you. You know what, something else that nobody likes? People who edit their own comments. This is something that's a very personal pet peeve of mine because it looks so stupid and pathetic, you know? There's something on YouTube that I don't understand why this happens, where it's this phenomenon where people are obsessed with the likes that they get, you know? Like you'll see a comment, you know, and somebody said something, then under that there's edit. Wow, thanks for 1,000 likes. Wow, I never got this many likes. Oh my God, 2,000 likes. Edit 2. Oh my God, even more likes. Oh, thanks guys. Who cares, man? Everybody's comments gets likes. You don't have to keep editing it and thanking people for it, man. Literally nobody cares. It's like, thank you guys so much. I never got this many likes. So your life is so insignificant and pathetic that you are celebrating likes on a YouTube comment? Who cares, man? Holy, I see people with like, you know, like freaking tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of likes and they don't care. You know, Watch Mojo even did a video some time ago about I think the most liked YouTube comments ever, you know, but who cares? It's so annoying, you know. I think YouTube should take away the option to edit comments, man, you know. Like if you comment something, you live with that. That's it, you know. It's so aggravating. People are editing their comments, correcting themselves, you know, not like, oh my God, I didn't mean to start a war in the comments, you know. Oh, edit. Wow, you guys are so butthurt in the comments. Well, this or that, you know. Who cares, man? You know, everybody's like, I don't know, like specifically editing your comments to be like, wow, thanks for this amount of likes, this and that, you know, as if it's that big of a deal. It's so stupid and aggravating, you know. Literally nobody cares. And you know what else nobody cares about? Unnecessarily long videos. This is something that is actually somewhat catered to today's algorithm because the longer videos that you upload, the more that they'll get exposure and your channel will be shown to other people, and YouTube actually likes long videos, but there are some that are unnecessarily long. Like for example, you're gonna make a video about you, I don't know, baking a pie or something, or a cake, something that, you know, might not take that long depending on how you do it, but then you make like a 45-minute long video showing it, you know, like it's so unnecessary. Or I don't know, you're gonna document your trip to the supermarket or something. It's like a 50-minute long vlog. Why, dude? You know, there are a lot of examples that I can give, even with gameplays, you know, like if you're playing a game that would normally, I don't know, you're showing yourself playing a match of, I don't know, Rogue Company or something, and you can somehow extend it to like an hour long, because there are people who like to milk their stuff, you know. In their intros they show all their socials and this and that, give information, the sponsors, and then it's like, I don't know, a 10-minute long video, right? And then it's like freaking 3 minutes of opening sponsorship in the beginning, you know, then like, I don't know, maybe another 3 minutes of actual content, and the last 4 minutes, you know, talking about the outro for them to subscribe, their merch, this and that. that it's getting so annoying, you know? That's what I mean by unnecessarily long. Like you're stretching out ideas that shouldn't be that big, you know? There are ways I see this a lot with Watch Mojo too, where it's like a top 10 list and it's like 30 minutes long. That's like me. My top 10 videos always got long because I didn't know how to pace myself, and hopefully I'll get it done now. But it's just so stupid, man. You know, y'all gotta chill. I have unsubscribed to channels like Jacksepticeye because of this. His videos were getting way too ridiculously long. It's like live streams at this point, man. Y'all gotta chill with the freaking length of the videos. And speaking of unnecessarily long things, another thing that really irritates me are overly long comments. This one is pretty self-explanatory, you know, it's the people who think that posting YouTube comments is like writing a freaking FCAT essay. You know, they're taking the SAT writing exam and they just feel the need to, you know, just write a whole damn history lesson for you in the comments. That is so annoying, you know, because I mean, like, how many people actually take the time to read comments that are way too long, you know? It's like there are people who will post a comment on a video about biology and they'll, like, I don't know, it's almost like they're copying and pasting from Wikipedia an entire article about, you know, marine biology or whatever, the history of biology, this and that. It's like, dude, nobody freaking cares, you know? It's like, I don't know, they're talking about they're posting a comment on something about a movie and it's like, wow, I really love this movie because of this and that, and they'll keep going like they're writing a freaking review on Letterboxd or something. Not even my Letterboxd reviews are as long as the comments that I see in some of these videos, man, you know? And people have commented on my videos as well this same way, you know? And it's like the comment is so long. I appreciate you taking the time to watch my videos and leave a comment, you know, but you have to understand that I don't have the time or patience to read a freaking essay, you know? I mean, keep your comments short, people. It's not that hard, you know? It's like, I don't know. And sometimes I see them, and some of these comments have very few likes, you know, and almost no replies, so nobody even stops to read them. So the person wastes precious moments of their life writing something out that's so long that nobody's gonna read or care about anyway, you know? It's so aggravating, you know? It's like, just like, it's a comment, you know? It's not a forum post, you know? Comments are supposed to be short, you know? Whether they're positive or negative, keep them short, man. Summarize, okay? Like, make it easier for people to read and like and reply to you. Like, whenever it's too long, it just becomes way too freaking annoying to just follow along, you know? And I don't know. It irks me so much how people think that, you know, we actually stop to read them. And I wish I could cuss them out, but I can't because YouTube also has a profanity filter, and that's something that affects me much more as a content creator than a content consumer, you know, because people can curse in comments. I see it all the time, and I do believe that YouTube flags certain comments, you know, as being offensive or sensitive or this or that. There is a certain system in place, you know. I just choose not to cuss at all. I don't curse, you know, in my videos or in comments or descriptions. I don't do it anywhere. I actually try to be creative and make up random words that would substitute the cursing, you know. I do that a lot. Like, instead of saying the F word, you know, I will say fruit cup, you know, or something like that, you know. It's my way of doing it. Like, instead of, you know, like calling somebody a bad name, I'll say crotch bucket or something. I don't know. I'm just making up random stuff. But the profanity filter has drastically affected how people produce content, you know, because if you can't curse, then you have to sort of, you know, you're basically censoring your personality for the camera, which a lot of content creators do, but not being able to let out a few F-bombs here and there to alleviate stress is annoying, especially when you're doing gaming content. There are creators, I think Markiplier still cusses every now and again, and Jacksepticeye as well, you know, and but then again, they're big creators, you know. I don't think YouTube really cares what they do anymore, but for people like me who are still growing, it's hard. You have to be very careful. Not even censoring works anymore. If you put in the censor beep, YouTube is still gonna flag the video as offensive to some degree, so it can get a little frustrating at times, you know. The profanity filter has really put a damper on the creativity that creators would normally be able to rely upon, but still, it's not the worst thing in the world. That's why it's so low on the list, but it is still annoying. I used to curse on YouTube and I do kind of miss it sometimes, but still, I mean, maybe they don't want kids listening to curse words, even though they hear a lot worse at home with their parents, but still, semantics. It's just, wish I could occasionally drop a little censored something here, you know, but oh well, everybody gets offended with everything, so I guess it makes sense why you can't curse anymore. And of course, there had to be another thing related to people on the platform, you know, the thing that most irks me, you know. Another thing that I can't stand are people who self-deprecate in comments. You know, that's a mouthful, so I don't know what showed up in the text here, but people who self-deprecate, you know, self-deprecation, basically the people who, whenever they comment something, they are very, very obviously trying to get attention, you know. They're trying to generate sympathy. Like, for example, they'll comment on a video about a supermodel or something, they'll be like, wow, I wish I was that pretty. Oh, I'm so ugly. I'll never be this attractive, this and that, you know. Oh, whenever I look in the mirror, it breaks. Oh, whenever I see myself, I want to just vomit, you know. Like, dude, it's not like it's sad, but not the way that you think it is. It's not like somebody's going to comment and say, no, you're beautiful, you're perfect the way you are, you're this or that. No, man. It's actually very, very pathetic, you know, because you are very clearly self-deprecating yourself just to garner the sympathy and, you know, the positive messages of strangers, you know. It's like these people they very clearly need others to tell them that they are not what they are, self-deprecating themselves, you know, if that made sense the way that I put it, you know. Like, basically the person goes there and says, wow, I wish I was that skinny, you know, but I'm actually more like a whale. I think they're expecting somebody to go and comment and say that they're not, you know. It's like they want other people that they don't know to make them feel better about themselves. It's really aggravating, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the video that you're watching, you know. A lot of times, self-deprecating comments make no sense related to the video that they are posted on, and that's what makes it so pathetic, you know, and lousy in the first place. It's not like, I mean, I understand you having low self-esteem, but YouTube is not the place for that. Go on Reddit or Twitter or something. You know, there are people there who will definitely sympathize with you more. Maybe not the latter. I don't think you're gonna find sympathy on Twitter. You're gonna actually find something a lot worse than what you originally had, you know. Go on Reddit, you know, post over there, but stop posting these self-deprecating comments on YouTube, man. They're so annoying. You know, it's so stupid. Like, I can't think of a specific example right now, but it's basically all about that, you know. Somebody will constantly be saying, wow, I'm poor, I'm this, I'm that, I suck at this, or whatever, like, dude, just go do something with your life, you know. Stop watching videos just to post these kinds of comments, you know. And speaking of posting stuff, something else that I cannot for the life of me understand why it exists is nonsensical content. This is relative. I understand that this is much more personal, you know, for me, because content that is nonsensical to me is like a person who uploads a video that has nothing to do with the title or the thumbnail, you know, or there might not even be a thumbnail at all. They just upload random stuff that makes no sense. The titles are misleading, you know, and it's like, I don't know, they'll post like a 3-minute long video of them just like, I don't know, walking down the street and kicking a rock, and the title will be like, you know, Mars is red, you know, and in the description it's like, I don't know, PewDiePie sucks, you know. Content that just doesn't make sense. It's like it doesn't belong on the platform, you know. I'm aware that YouTube is a place where people can post whatever the hell they want, however they want, you know, although there are limitations, like I said in some earlier factors, but still, whenever you're just posting stuff that doesn't make sense, you're just polluting the place, you know. I don't know, it's weird how YouTube still allows this to be done, you know. It's like, I don't know, somebody will try to do a challenge video, but the thumbnail and the title and the description and the video itself are so unrelated to each other that it's like, what is this? Is this real life? You know, how does YouTube allow this to be done? You know, there has to be like a Bechdel test for certain videos to be uploaded, you know. It's so dumb. I hate it when things are not straightforward, because YouTube is supposed to be straightforward. Supposed to be, but sometimes, you know, it's just kind of weird. But I don't know, it's almost like there's a deep web somewhere in YouTube where they're just random videos being posted that don't make any sense, you know. And sometimes YouTube will flag the channels, you know, because of violating their policies or whatever, you know, but it's still really dumb. You know, posting stuff in the community tab that makes no sense as well. You're just taking up space, you know. You're taking away space from people who could be using to do something much better. Although big content creators like MatPat are quitting, you know, so maybe YouTube isn't all it's cracked up to be anymore. But still, you know, semantics and whatnot. I just wish that more content made sense. And now last, but certainly not least, make no mistake, just because this thing is last on my list doesn't mean that I hate it any less than all of the other things. Clickbait titles. Yes, folks, they're still around. and they still do what they're meant to do, which is tick people off in the worst way possible. You really think that you're gonna watch something related to a certain topic, you know, then you go and you click on the video and then it has absolutely nothing to do with it or just very little, you know. It's like, I don't know, I see this a lot with vloggers, you know. They post some really like, you know, eye-catching title or a really good thumbnail, you know, but it's mostly the title that, you know, kind of brings us in, and then it's like, I don't know, it's like a freaking 15-minute long video, and then the last 30 seconds is something that is relevant to the title, you know. Like, I don't know, for example, oh my god, I went to the beach and almost got attacked by a shark, and it's a 15-minute long vlog of the person going to the beach, you know, walking in the sand and filming and swimming, this and that, and like the last few seconds, like the last minute is like a tiny little shark that comes out of the water and doesn't even come close to biting them, but that was the clickbait, you know. That was enough to make you, you know why the video was titled that. But YouTube has this very interesting system now where if you're watching a video on your phone or tablet, you know, maybe a computer as well, I haven't tested this one out yet, you can actually scroll through and see the most replayed parts of a certain video. So if there is something there that's meant to be seen, that's the part that you're going to go ahead and skip to. Usually I do this just to make sure that there's no clickbait, you know, because if there is, I just click away, and if not, okay, I'll go back and watch it from the beginning to give it a chance, you know. Clickbait is still a thing, man, you know, and ever since people have been making YouTube videos, you know, from the days that you could, you know, make your own custom thumbnails, there have been clickbait. It's still around today. Granted, it is easier to circumnavigate now, you know, because we're all a bit smarter than we used to be when we were kids, but it is still very annoying, you know, and that's why it made its way onto my list. You know, there are people who still feel the need to clickbait today, and it's really dumb, you know. It's okay to sometimes exaggerate a small detail or two just to, you know, grab people's attention, but you have to freaking be careful with it, man. You gotta chill. Same thing that I gotta do now because this video is getting a bit too long, you know. I really hope you guys enjoyed my little top 10 here, you know. I'm anxious to see what you guys are gonna comment, if you agree, disagree, if you're an actual content creator and you face some of these issues, or if you just consume a lot of YouTube and you see a lot of it as well. Let me know. I just hope it doesn't get as long as I've been recording here. It's been almost 25 minutes now, you know, so I'm gonna wrap it up here so this video doesn't get too long. I know, a bit too long for a concept vlog, right? So if you guys happen to enjoy this video, please go ahead and give it a like, and also subscribe to my channel because I release videos every single day. And while you're at it, hit the notification bell too so you can know exactly what time I upload, and it is all good. It is all freaking good. This is way too long for a freaking video talking about the top 10 things on YouTube. Can you guys see it? Because the screen just, I don't know, it's like 24 minutes. But of course it's gonna get shorter when I edit it. Anyway, this is Chazzy signing out for now. And as always, I will see you guys in the next video. Roll the outro screen.